Well, howdy ho, my peeps. I wanted to give you a little look-see at where we're at. I'm getting real excited. It's almost time to start putting in the flooring in here. I'll probably get that started towards the end of next week, because I still have a lot of painting and some other stuff to do. Have to replace the covers on the vent and this fan that still works. Let me show you. Check this out. Even the fan still works. I probably should have Grant check the lubrication on it before we actually use it. But I am blown away. This trailer gets cooler with everything I discover. Isn't that amazing? So this window that Grant replaced back in here with a piece of Lexan, it's great. This was, we used the Lexan that we had already. It was quite old. I mean, decades old probably. And we've got a crack. I'm not going to worry about that because, bam, I have plenty of silicone and little glass rocks. And I'm just going to be me and put a nice line of rocks right there to cover it, because that's the way I am. I also found in my stash of wonderments, I'd forgotten that I'd bought so much of this stuff. I bought a lot of it years ago. I probably have 50 pieces. And I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to put it up here on this ceiling, and I'm going to have it go from that point to, well, no, actually I'll have it go all the way down to the end of this window, all the way around. I'll have it go the backsplash in the kitchen. And so I think that's going to be super cool. It comes with these little peel off thingies like so. I have no idea how sticky that is. Supposedly it's very sticky, but it might not be. And if it's not, well, you find another kind of stickum to stick it up there with. No problem. I still need to, oh, I know. I need to hit this area with some painter's caulk, so there's a nice sealed up area there. This was just fabric that I painted over. I didn't want to go too far with it. It's just the idea is to make it clean and functional and as cute as possible. But speaking of cute, I wanted to show you the adorable little lights that I got. Isn't this cute? I'm going to have this, let me not stare into the sun. I'm going to have one of these here, and then the other one will be up here above the little sofa that's going to go in here. So I think these are adorable. And look, they've got glitter in them. I don't know if you can see. Let's see. Gold glitter. Oh, good heavens. If it's glittery, sign me up. All right. So you can see Grace did a lovely job pulling up all of this carpet. This was going to be her bed on this side. And on this side, we're just going to put in some, well, we're not even going to put them in. She's going to put some of those plastic bins, so she's got places to store stuff. But all this still needs to be painted, obviously. I took out the doors that were here. I took out this closet door. I will replace this, but it needs to be re-glued and fixed. I'm going to replace all the little catches on these things. This closet will stay intact as well. However, this closet here, see if I can give you a better shot. Oh no, this thing, I'm blowing this entire thing out. All it's got in it now is the fuse box. It used to have a water heater that was ancient and non-functional. So this is all going to come out. So I'm going to have a much bigger space in here to install this, the BioLet toilet that I'm so excited about. This dang thing, oh, it's got a soft close cover. Oh, gotta love it. This dang thing, these things are super expensive, well over $2,000 to buy new. I found this used, drove up to somewhere by the Bay Area and picked it up. And these are so neat because all you got to do is unlock those and you pull it out and you've got all your composted material in a tray. It runs a fan, a heater, and a agitator in here all automatically. You just need to make sure you check this water level every once in a while. Got to make sure it's got water in it. It takes a bit of maintenance, but I think it's going to be a nice solution for the toilet problem in here. See, what else did I do? Okay, again, we got all of this floor up. I think I'm going to do wood floor up to this point. Then I'm going to put down green board down in here, and I'm going to do something interesting with mosaic or tile, or I'll find something that I love to put on the floor in here. So that'll be nice. Still don't know if this tub is going to stay intact. I don't know if it will crack. This stuff is all pretty much cracked. It's just, I couldn't save it if I wanted to. So in addition to this coming out, we're going to demo all of this, including the sink. I have plenty of other sinks I can replace this unit with. So, yeah. Hi. I haven't combed my hair in quite some time. I've got one big, huge dread. This is the kitten dread. They get on my head at night. I got to show you the picture of them last night on my head here. Okay, so they get on my head at night and they do this and they purr, and I end up with a kitten dread, which is all right. It's worth it. So anyway, oh, also something I discovered that was hiding behind there was something hanging on this wall. I pulled it off and found we've got a little storage back in there. So yeah, I'm so excited. My son dropped off some of the wood flooring last night. We still have more to pick up. I think I'm going to hit this floor with some. I'm going to scrape it one more time and check for places that I have to do a little bit of fill in, like right in there. I've got a place where this has dropped, so I'm going to fill that in a bit. But other than that, this floor is in a very, very good shape. Quite ready to put in flooring. So anyhow, we'll pick up the rest of that flooring next week sometime. My son brought some over last night. So I'm going to turn this around and talk to you for a minute. Well, not quite yet. I want to show you a couple other things. There, I've got 3 very large pallets right there. I think those are 4x8s or 4x6s. They're huge. I've got 3 of them, and they're extremely sturdy. And they're going to go in. I'm just going to put them up on blocks along here in front of the trailer, so we've got a little bit of a porch. I also rounded up this plastic one that had been in the back pasture area, and that will be, used out here for something. Got rid of most of the junk around here. I still have a few things that have to go, but it's looking good. And the whole grassy knoll out there is looking just beautiful. So yeah, I'm excited. Okay, now I'll talk to you. Was up late last night. My son came kind of late to drop off the trailer and some of that wood. Grant and I will be making a trip to the Visalia, California area next week to pick up all that tile that the guy on Facebook gave me, as well as we found someone who had a bunch of pieces of our flatware. Grant and I, as children, our parents had the same flatware, oddly enough. And so I found a couple pieces in his in his stuff, and I'm like, oh man, I said, my parents had this when we were kids. And he says, yeah. He says, well, that was my parents. That's all that's left of it. So we got a few pieces online, and then we found this guy who's blowing out half a set. So we figure, well, you know, we'll go ahead and fill in our flatware with all of that. Then I'm probably going to turn the rest of it into craft projects or something. Who knows? Anyway, I mean, the rest of the stuff that doesn't match the set that we have is what I'm trying to say. So that's going to be fun. We are also going to be going, we're going to take a overnighter to the coast next week sometime. I want to go to San Simeon, which is where my parents are interred in the ocean. And I'm not going to stay at the same place we stayed for their memorial because it's kind of expensive. It's, you know, about $200 a night. But I found another place not too far away that is very similar. It doesn't have a hot tub, but it has everything else you can think of. You know, a mini mart and a restaurant, and it's beachside, and they do the bonfires at night, the whole deal. And that's only $97, including all the taxes and everything. So we got a room there for an overnighter. And that's going to be fun because, you know, we've been working so hard this summer, had so many problems to solve and frustrations. And now that Gracie's here, we can comfortably take off and not worry about the animals. She's got that down to a science, taking care of the animals and all of that. So we feel pretty comfortable taking a night away. So we're going to go to that area of the coast. I'm going to stop in at Shell Beach, and I am going to see my brother who owns Shell Beach Surf Shop. So that'll be nice. I haven't seen him in quite some time. And then what else are we going to do? We'll probably go up and look at the sea lions, see if they're on the beach there. They probably are. There's an area along north of the San Simeon area where the sea lions will beach themselves. They mate there, and they also have their pups there. So we'll see. And this is a schedule that they do year round. So we'll see what's there. Hard to tell. I'm not going to go to Hearst Castle. I've never been to Hearst Castle, but it's so expensive, so I'm not going to, I wanted to do a bunch of touristy things this time, but I'm not going to do that. We are definitely going to seek out a waterfront takeout fish joint so I can get some calamari. I'm just so looking forward to a big old greasy tissue-lined paper box full of deep-fried calamari. So that's going to be my thing. Yeah, so we might go into not Capitola, not Carmel. What's the name of that little town? Not Cayugas. It does start with a C, though. Cambria. There you go. Ooh, shaking the camera. Sorry. We might go into Cambria and walk up and down the streets there. The last time we were at the coast, I was in no physical shape to do any of that stuff. Walking would have been too difficult, blah, blah, blah. Well, this time I'm in much better shape. So I want to take advantage of that and do some walking, poke our noses in some shops, and just, do 2 days, 1 night of relaxing old people touristy stuff. So that's coming up. I'm going to the dentist on Thursday to get this acrylic temporary thing I've got here out and my real crowns on. So that's going to be exciting. I just feel like I'm making a lot of progress. Oh, the other thing I'm doing this Sunday in the early evening, I'm having friends and family over for a lasagna party. Jose, who was working with me this summer, happened to mention that he'd never had lasagna, and he asked me if it was good. I said, well, lasagna is good if I make it. I said, do you want me to make you some lasagna? He said, oh, yes. He said, maybe we can watch a movie. And I said, yes. I said, let's do this. I'll invite you and some of your family, me, some of my family. You guys can come to the house. We will eat lasagna and sort of say farewell to summer. It's our farewell to summer party. So I need to go shopping for all the lasagna supplies and get that ready so we can sit around on Sunday and just enjoy each other. I don't know if we're going to watch a movie or not, but that doesn't matter. We'll sit around and talk. I think that's all the stuff that's happening. We've got a lot of stuff going on this next week or two. Then my schedule clears, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy about that. So that's all. Just wanted a little update you guys a bit today, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.